Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I want what you want. We all basically want the same thing. If we ever talk to one another seriously, we admit it to one another. And yet, it appears as though none of us want to do the same thing. And that is reflected in the outcome, the conditions of our societies all around the world today. Some say that it exists because people are asleep. Some say it exists because people are woke. It doesn't matter what you say. The evidence speaks for itself. I was at some location today, probably at a pharmacy to pick up what you pick up from the pharmacy. And I saw an American flag. It was flying half staff. And I was reminded that I had heard on the news that the President of the United States had decided that this would be protocol for us. And it is so sad that a young man who espoused the things that he espoused, in which we had a right to do, especially since we live in a place that things don't work. So you do what you do. And for some to say that's just too much, I'm going to take your life. That's an expression of a result of a system that's leading people all kinds of ways. You see what I'm saying? Not just speaking, but at the same time killing. I thought about this. The young man's gone. And I'm thinking to myself, the President of the United States, how he accused the left, basically everybody else other than he and those who love him, even if you are a Republican. And so it came out that it was not from the left. I haven't heard an apology for the misstatement because it wasn't a misstatement. It was a statement meant to facilitate what it did. But the thing that got me mostly, ladies and gentlemen, is how much attention the world gets for this. How much attention we get here in America, how much attention we get in relationship to the wars, the killing, the deaths, which represents the ideas that are not connected to the proper source. And I'm thinking to myself, I who have held a proposal and had spoken it out best I could to the American people of how to have your dreams come true by living them. Solutions to the problems that exist in America, the same solutions that represents solutions for ever. And I'm thinking about this. Every last human being on the face of the earth, we're designed in such a way that they would relish peace. This would mean an awful lot to everybody. Nobody wants to get out of this planet just yet. So if we can avoid it, let's avoid it. But apparently the things that we do will not permit us to avoid it. We want to be prosperous. Hey, you know, in America, and I'm sure around the world, you want to be prosperous. But what good is it if you're not free? Yes, you got to be free. Every human being on the face of the earth, wherever you are, you might be right under dictatorship right now, one stomping on your head every time you move. But you want to be free. Now, does that mean if you were in power that you would uh, take the actions that would bring about freedom, or would you continue? Now, the truth of it is that you say you make a change, depending upon who you're speaking to, but the same would continue. Why? You were taught that you don't know how to bring peace and stuff like that. You want to be joyous, though. You want to experience joy. You want to be happy. Every human being on the face of the earth. Where are those that don't want to be? They call you sick if that happened. And it all leads to each of us living our dreams. This proposal that every human being would agree with, even though they'll do everything they possibly could to prevent it from happening because they've been trained to prevent it from happening. But this proposal allows your needs, the wants and desires of every human being, not just in America, but all over the globe where it's practiced, to have them met, suffering for nothing. The main things right off the top would be food, clothing, and shelter, knowledge, healthcare. That's just to name a few. But what it really means is that everything that's made by the hands of men from the beginning to the end are accessible to any human being on the face of the earth that desires it. The earth is the Lord's, the resources the same, given to human beings, free, given, came with the earth so that they can be used for whatever, and that's what they are being used for. Now, the difference, my friends, in this proposal that I share with you that would allow all these things to happen, it is not because of money. Let me ask you something. What is money for? Money is made for spending. Give me as much money as you can, and I can do anything that that money will allow me to do. And the money won't stop me until it's gone. That's the mindset of most human beings as well, because we have been taught that. So, in having your needs, your wants, and your desires for each of you on this earth, why are you entitled to receive such? Well, first of all, it's because you're here on earth. You didn't ask to come here. You are here. And now that you're here, you must be taken care of for any respect of a power that would say to exist. And so that preparation has been made because it causes each of you who benefits from anything on the earth, and that's every last one of you, to participate in life on earth. To participate. In other words, choose a career, but this is so beautiful because it allows everyone to choose a career that they love. Don't go just doing something. Now you're not working for money. Yes, choose a career that you love. And the gift that will come to you because you have been successful in that endeavor is that you would receive what the world can't give you and the world can't take away. I'm telling you this all the time, and that is joy. You connected with joy allows you to exist. And what are you doing? You're exercising the gift that you've been given, that career. And really, my friend, the whole, well, you know the connection. It has caused everything to exist that exists. You have created, this is the call in my proposal, the one that I've been given to share with you. And everybody on earth will be living as if they're in paradise. Now, nobody talks about this. Nobody comes and say, Eddie, could you tell us more about this? Why you see this? What does it say? No, I guess I'm too woke and they don't want to have anything to do with that. Well, we all know what the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, because right now we are living in a situation in the United States of America where all kinds of problems exist. And what solution does the power that be offer? Sending troops into cities and towns, guns, the ones that just killed Charlie Kirk, sending those instruments of power into communities of people, saying, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. I'm giving you a command to stop. I'm going to blow your brains out. That's the communication to the people from the people of the world. Why? Because they don't have any answers. They don't have any answers. And the reason they don't have any answers is because they don't want any answers. Why? Because the system wasn't designed to produce answers for everything. The system was designed to create the differences between those who hold themselves superior to others. wherever you are in the world, what other people, whatever gender, call yourselves superior to people everywhere. When every individual is free by the power of creation, is free. They can commit if they choose to be a part of this or be a part of that. And as they commit, they can uncommit because they are free. And any people that will go along with a system that causes them to live as if they are in hell, thinking that they are trying to pursue life, is nothing but a trick. The real deal is here, but it's not a game. It's not a game. It is a choice that the people make because you have been taught to be just like the world. I don't know what role you might play. We all got roles that we play in the world. Sometimes it's doing nothing. Sometimes it's so aggravated we just sit down with our butts showing, drinking beer on the corner, cussing everybody we see, and then having the police to come in and try to whip our heads. It could be just that. But the solution, my friend, is in waking up to see the world as it is and knowing how wonderful it's supposed to be. You've seen it and you've made the choice that you are for life. You are for everybody being happy, not some, not the deaf, not all the war. No, that's over because you are awoke. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You woke. You're not asleep. You're not asleep. You're awoke. And the evidence that you are awake is what you say and what you do. You see the world messed up. You see the solution. It has nothing to do with a gun. It's having to do with people being free to be alive, to have purpose. It is about change. It is about recognizing that your power allows you to choose what works for you, but it also exemplifies your understanding of the earth, the resources, and human beings, and our role to one another. I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you because the solution to the problems has nothing to do with guns. All that stuff does, and police, all that stuff does is saying that those in power don't know what they're doing, and those who are having it done to them don't know any better either. And some say, well, there's a different way. Well, which is what you doing with it in your head? I want to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to say to you that when people down in Alligator, Alcatraz, when people are being beat up by the police or not, when all the crime and violence is going on, all the suffering amongst the people of the world, it is the people of the world, all of us, that is responsible. I don't care how good we try to be, how we try to disassociate ourselves from it. If it's not promoting change actively, distinctively, it is because all of us are part of the system. We are part of all of the ugliness. And we're part, the things that we think are good, we're part of that too. But it's all ugly when it can be so beautiful. So think about making it beautiful. You don't have to bring me to talk to you about this. You can talk about this to one another. In fact, it is required. So until next time, you know there will be another time. Goodbye.